Welcome to my channel Crafting Matt. Owners of a FLSUN V400 3D printer may want to optimize the filament feed. You can do so with the Sunlu S2 FilaDryer. This video will show you how this device can safely be fixed to the top using a 3D printed part I designed, the TopFeed plate. As the black printed part is poorly visible in my video, here is a little animation. Note that the hole for the filament in the top of the printer is not centered. Therefore, also the part is not symmetric and thus only fit in one orientation. Of course, you need to modify the Sunlu S2 in the first place to feed the filament to the bottom. You can find a video on this topic on my channel. I designed a 3D printed part for that purpose, which will allow the filament to feed to the bottom with a Bowden tube. You need to modify the S2 a little bit. You also need to cut the housing, and I hope you do this a little bit better than I did. As we need some point to fix the TopFeed plate too, you need to unscrew the two tiny screws on the bottom to make room for larger screws and the TopFeed plate. And these are those two Phillips lens head screws. Unfortunately, those are 3.5 mm diameter, which is a bit unusual. The new screws are approximately 20 mm in length and again 3.5 mm in diameter. I got these from some toys which my kids do no longer like. Before I trash toys, I disassemble them, so I have tons of such screws. If you need to buy, go to your local hardware store or order online. I put a link in the description below. The holes for the screws in the TopFeed plate are tight for the screws. Make sure they do not sit too tight. Screw them in, unscrew them again. Also push them in a few times to loosen all up a little bit. If the screws are loose enough, put them in from the bottom side and make sure they do not peek out the holes too far. And if they do, just unscrew them a little bit again. Now you can put the Bowden tube through the hole and align the TopFeed plate to the screw holes in the housing. It should look like this. Then of course tighten the screws. Don't push too hard, don't use too much force. And once this is done and it's fixed, the Sunlu S2 will go nowhere anymore. In the end, you can put the Sunlu with the TopFeed plate adapter to the top plate. I removed the original feed arm. I do no longer use it. This is it. Yeah, you already know how it looks like, but here it is again. You need to replace the original Bowden tube. I replaced it with Creality Capricorn tube, which I consider is the best. I used approximately 30 centimeters of that tube. Now I can heat up the filament and print directly from the Sunlu S2, and I do not have to be afraid that it will drop and break. And well, that's it. If you liked the video, give me a like and maybe we will see in another video. Bye bye.